Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So if you guys have been following me on my F150 build, you guys know that I'm a huge lighting nut. I have always been that way with all of my cars, and I'm always in the pursuit to find some really cool taillights, headlights, just all type of lighting. I'm a huge lighting geek. It's always nice to kind of update your vehicles with modern technology, just make it look a little bit more in this current century. And the F-150 is no different. The F-150 that I got is the XLT trim, so I didn't get any fancy LED lighting or anything like that. It's all halogen everywhere. So one of the main things that I did when I first got it was update with Morimoto stuff. I did the headlights, taillights, I did a bunch of stuff, the license plate lights, the third brake light, stuff everywhere. I have a ton of aftermarket lighting on the truck. And if you guys know, I have been running these stock tails for a little bit because I ended up selling the Morimoto Gen 1s. I ran them for about a year. Morimoto came out with the Gen 2s, so I ordered them, and they have been on back order ever since. So in the meantime, somebody from Valenti, which is actually a very well-known light company. I'm very familiar with the brand from the Subaru world. I know a lot of people use this company, use these types of taillights on their WRXs, you know, the hatchbacks and everything. The jewel taillights, a lot of people really like them. They looked very good and they were pretty darn expensive. It's a very nice quality product. So now somebody from Valenti actually reached out to me and said, hey, you know, we really love what you do. We would love to send you a set of truck taillights for you to take a look, review, put them on, see what you think, and make a video. And since I was familiar with the brand and you know, I figured why not, might as well, since we are waiting for the Morimoto Gen 2s to come in. So why not try something different, see what this is about. This is a very different option that honestly I didn't even know was available. And then when they showed me the different options for it, I was like, wow, those are pretty cool. This would be a pretty cool video to try it out, show some people some other options other than what people are most familiar with. So they were very kind enough. They sent these out. It's actually pretty funny. My mailman came to my door when these were delivered. He said, hey man, I got some overnight parts from Japan. And lo and behold, they are overnight parts from Japan. These things actually arrived in a couple days. So these came pretty quickly. So huge shout out to Valenti. Thank you so much for sending these over. So let's go ahead, unbox them, check them out, see what they're all about. And then we're going to go ahead and install them on the truck and just kind of go through all the features and all the functions of them. And we'll see what they look like. So opening up the box, I'm going to show you everything. It's very well packed. These were actually a double box. So this box was inside that one. So arrived very safe. Everything is packed really well. You get a lot of foam and everything. And as you can see, everything is wrapped up nice, has some nice inserts for the taillights to sit and stay protected. And this is what you get. So you get some nice instructions on how to install it. I'm very familiar with how to do this, but it is nice that they include them. And it's also nice that they're in English. I thought they may have been in Japanese, and I was going to say, uh-oh, I'm not going to be able to read that. But thankfully, they included an English installation guide, so that is really cool. You also get a sticker in the back, and this is what you get. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out of the box, take them all out of the plastic and everything so you can check them out. All right, so here they are unboxed out of everything, all the packaging and everything, and these things are very nice. Now, there's two different color options. There's these, which are the red, and then there's a smoked option, a black version. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of kind of a dark cherry red on trucks or cars or vehicles. I think it looks really clean, very OEM-like, and this is perfect in terms of coloring. This is exactly what I like on all my cars. I don't like when they're too vibrant or too red. It just pops too much. It kind of ruins the lines of cars and vehicles in my eyes. So something with a nice dark red always entertains me more than a smoked version or something a different color. But very nice. The first thing I noticed actually was the overall shape of these, which I'm very pleased about. I'm not a big fan of when lighting companies actually change up the housing shape. These are 100% exactly like stock, same exact shape. There's no crazy bump outs or any weird you know, shapes to the actual taillight. I understand why companies do that, just to be different and kind of change it up. But personally, I'm a bigger fan of just the OEM housing and shape, and just put some really cool, you know, technology and internals in there and make them look better when they're lit up. But really nice looking. I'm very impressed with the quality. Now, if we turn around on the back, I'll just show you everything on the other side. So it's a plug and play setup. As you can see, it has a resistor for the non-LED guys, which is me. Has a nice Valenti sticker back there, which says genuine product. So you guys know it is the real deal. And keep in mind, these are fairly expensive compared to some other ones. They're a little bit pricier, but honestly, seeing how nice these things are, I am not surprised. You also get all the harnesses included that you may need to install these. Now, some trucks come with the LED, some come with the halogens. So there's different harnesses that you can use to connect everything to make sure everything works properly. These are also sequential, which is nice because my headlights up front, the blinker is sequential. And any previous taillight that I've had on the truck was never sequential. It's just the normal blink. You have the option to turn it on or off, so that is nice. There's a little connection in the back. I'll show you when I'm installing them what it's like with it on and off and how to do it. But very, very impressed with these. I think these are going to look really, really cool. And it's going to be a nice kind of style to try out and see if I like it. I never even thought about these. I never knew these existed. So it's really cool that I can show you guys a different option that's kind of out there and available. And yeah, so enough talking, enough going over these things. Let's go ahead and get them on the truck. All right, so we got the truck in the garage. We're going to be working here, obviously. These are the stock halogen taillights, nothing special, nothing crazy. It's just a simple incandescent bulb in there. And then that is the reverse bulb. This is also the blinker as well, so nothing crazy. There's no fun running light or anything. This is just a reflector. The LED ones that come factory are much nicer. I did think about picking them up at some point, but now with all these aftermarket options, I think I'm going to stick with aftermarket. So let's go ahead. Let's remove these. Really simple. All we got to do is lower the tailgate here. So if we look on the side of the taillight, once we take the tailgate down, there's two bolts. There's one there, and we're going to be using an 8mm to take those off and simply just pull it out. There's some pins that go directly into little grommets in the back. I'll show you that. Then you're simply just going to unplug the two connectors and they come right out. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we can pop the new one in. Stock driver's side taillight is out. As you can see, the little pins on the back right there. There's one on the bottom, one on the top. And if you go over to where it actually mounts, you can see there's little grommets. There's one there, and there's one down there. For the halogen guys like myself, there's two plugs. For the LED guys, there's just one plug. Really simple. I'm going to go ahead and actually clean this up before I put the new taillight on. But this thing is nothing to write home about. Nothing crazy. It's super light, feels super cheap. And yeah, the new Valenti ones are going to look really, really nice. So let me go ahead and throw them on. Just a quick little note. Now, when you're installing, if you just have the LEDs originally on your truck, you're going to want to use these harnesses, the ones with just one plug. If you have the halogens like myself, you're going to want to use this one with two plugs on the bottom and one plug on the top. And the reason for that is because obviously there's two plugs coming out of here, as I mentioned, and the LEDs just have one. So you need two connection points for everything to work properly. So let's go ahead and take one of these, bring it over to the truck, take this tail light, and plug everything in. I got everything plugged in, did a quick little test to make sure everything works. I didn't bolt it up yet because I wanted to show you the sequential on and off function. But these look pretty cool. Again, I really do like the shape of them. They just kind of go with the actual shape of the truck and everything, and it doesn't pop out much. Fitment is very, very nice. Everything is tight, just like OEM. So there is no issues with fitment whatsoever. So let me go ahead, fire them up, show you all the functions and the details of them. And then we can compare it to the stock just so you can get a reference point. Then I'll go ahead and install the other one and we can wrap this video up. So let me go ahead, turn them on and show you what they look like. All right, so that is the running light. As you can see, that is what they look like when they are on. Very, very nice, very crisp. There's no bleed of the LED from the diffusers or anything like that. Super clean, very, very nice. So let me get you a little bit of a close-up and kind of show you what it looks like. Sorry, I just unlocked it again just so it stays on. You get a little LEDs on the side here. And then if we look up close, everything is super clean, super crisp. You know, there's no light bleed or anything like that. You can see them on either side. So a really, really cool looking taillight. I think it looks great. I think the dark cherry red looks much better. So if we go around to the other side, you can see just how vibrant and red these things are. It just stands out so much. Whereas on this side, it's a nice dark cherry red, and it kind of blends in, but still looks OEM at the same time. So obviously they just turned off, but let me go ahead and turn the taillights on. I'll show you the reverse lights, the blinkers and everything. All right, so this is the turn signal. This is the sequential mode. I'll show you in a second what it looks like. I'll actually probably show you on the other side without the sequential mode, but it looks really cool. The front, you can't really see it right now, but it is sequential up front as well, so everything is nice and matching, but looks really good. I'm really impressed with it. I think it's very, very modern, very updated. But let me go ahead, turn the blinker off, and I'll show you what the brake light looks like. All right, so we saw the brake light, we saw the turn signal, we saw the running lights. So let me go ahead and show you the reverse light. So super bright, really, really like the reverse light. Really actually provides a decent amount of light when you are backing up. I was taking a look off camera, just how much light compared to the stock, and it's pretty impressive, and it's a nice bright white as opposed to the yellow. But man, I really do like these. I'm pretty impressed, honestly. Again, I didn't even know these were an option. I was always looking at kind of the popular brands, and Valenti never really popped into my mind because I never even thought they had F150 options. But I'm really liking these, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the other one on, rock these for a few weeks until the Morimotos come in. But who knows? Maybe I'll end up liking these even more, end up keeping these. Who knows? But I'm going to go ahead and throw the 8mm bolts back in, and then we can go ahead and do this side. What I want to do on this side is show you how the sequential, you have to turn it on or off. I'll do that on this side, and then we can wrap this video up. All right, so before I install the passenger side one, I just want to show you the sequential, how you turn it on or off. So you see these two white wires with the little green connections. If you want sequential, you're just going to leave them like this. If you do not want the sequential, you plug them in. So I'm going to do that and show you just how it looks without the sequential. So all you do is just plug it in like that, and now you have non-sequential taillights. So I'm going to take the harness that I need, which is the 3 connection harness, since I have the halogens. Each plug has its own plug, so you can't screw it up. All right, so we got the connections in. Now we're just going to take this side and plug it into the taillight, and then once you do that, there's a little red tab. All you're going to do is push that down once it's locked in. So let me try to do that on camera for you guys so you can see. And now there we go. So we're all connected. You leave this wire and this wire free. You don't need that for what we're going to be using this for. And yeah, so I'm going to tuck these back in. I'm going to show you what the non-sequential looks like and kind of go back and forth so you can see an example of each, and then we can wrap it up. All right, so there we go. I'll show you back and forth each side, but this is the non-sequential side. That is sequential. I didn't bolt this one down because I'm going to leave it on sequential, so I just kind of placed it in there loosely. But as you can see, it just blinks like a normal blinker. And then if we come around to the other side, we got the cool sequential features. So really, really nice. Really happy that you have that option, and it matches the front. So here is the rear look. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this out, take the little connection off so it is sequential, so it matches everything on the truck. And then we'll take a final look. All right, guys, so wrapped up the install. Really simple, as you guys just saw. Super simple, very, very plug and play. You don't have to do any crazy wiring or tapping into everything. Everything works beautifully and looks very, very good. Looks much better than the vibrant stock halogen, the incandescent bulbs. And it just looks way cleaner. It looks more OEM to me even with the different design. But like I said, it fits beautifully. There's no weird gaps or anything. It fits very, very nice. Actually even fits, I would even say, a little bit better than OEM, to be completely honest. It's a much tighter fit. So it looks even better than OEM, which is crazy. I think it looks OEM enough where nobody would necessarily notice their aftermarket, because I don't really like when parts look aftermarket. I like when they look OEM, but obviously they're not. This is one of those things that I think is a great option that, again, I was not aware of, but now I am. And I'm happy that I was able to kind of share that with you guys and show you what it looks like, give you another option for you F-150 guys. I'm pretty sure they have them for other years as well and other models. but if you are interested in the exact same ones, I'm going to leave a link below for you guys. So huge shout out to Valenti. Thank you so much for sending these things out. Not only were you kind enough to send them out to me, but you got them to me incredibly fast. Seriously, it was probably 3 days. And that's from Japan, and I've been waiting for the Morimoto ones for 7 months now. So, so pretty impressive. Very, very happy that we got a chance to try these out. And I'm gonna rock them for a little bit. Who knows? I may end up rocking them forever because honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I actually like them better than I thought. And if you guys are interested in the black version, you can obviously choose that as well. But for me, I'm just a big fan of the red or the dark cherry red. I think it looks very, very nice. So. All right, so as I was kind of cleaning up and wrapping up, I realized that these actually have a startup and shut off kind of function. What I mean by that is it has sort of an animation, you know, has a cool little feature when you turn or unlock the car or lock the truck. And that is what these extra harnesses for. So in the instructions, they show you exactly kind of the startup sequence and the shutdown sequence of how it looks. On their website, they have a YouTube video kind of showing all the details and all the functions of them. So I'll put a little clip right now showing the function and the animation, how they turn on and turn off. Really, really cool. I do like that a lot. Although for my specific install, I just wanted to keep the OEM functions. I didn't want to do anything crazy. Maybe one day we'll go ahead and wire these up. You need to have a permanent connection, so you need to tap into the harness. So I'd have to do a little bit more research to see what wires I would need to tap into. The purpose of this install, I just did the simple, what they call is the OEA function, just the basic, you know, turn signals, brakes, obviously reverse light and everything. So everything works just like stock. You know, you have all the normal functions. But if you want the fancy animation, you can certainly wire it up with the extra harnesses provided. Again, maybe I'll do that in another video, but for this specific video, I'm just showing you the basic OEA function and how to install it. Just a simple plug and play without tapping any wires. So that is going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some options to choose from different taillights out there, because I know there's a lot of popular brands that a lot of people use, and I've never seen these on F-150s. So really, really cool. Again, thank you to Valenti for sending these out. And I'm happy I had the opportunity to try them out, rock them on the truck, and kind of show you guys another cool option. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you have any questions at all about the Valenti taillights or anything else on the truck, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.